I'm now ready to take some questions. Cedra, have you been curating those questions? Oh, cool. I love great questions. All right, let me just flip my presenter view thing so that you guys are seeing the right thing. Oh, before I jump into the questions, I want to make sure that I don't know whether or not the site is live. Are we live?
Yes.
We're live. Okay, so this whole bit here with the username and password, the secret username and password, not necessary. Maybe I'll use my annotate tool to like scribble it out so that nobody that's like not paying super close attention, you don't need this, right? I don't want you to have to start typing it in like, thinking that's your username or whatever. Another thing that we have is a launch day exclusive offer. So today, and basically today only, you can get a second site. So normally the way that we charge for RivalFlow is that you have a website, so you pay for that website. And then if you have another website, you pay for that website. First website's like $99. The second website's like $49. Today, you get 2 websites, and actually, there's a really good chance, I believe, that it might be enabled for 3 websites, but don't hold me to it. I believe you'll probably get 3 websites if you were to sign up today. I think it might be like a small bug, but if you take advantage of the bug, then you will be winning. The other offer that we have today, and you have to hop in the live chat to get this, is 50% off of annuals. So you can get your annual for 50% off. Everything that I did was free, guys. So like what I showed you, you could go in and you can and without a credit card, you can sign up and test these things on your own site. It's not until you get to like having generated 3 projects that we prompt you to upgrade to a 14-day free trial. So even then, you're not committing to anything. So there's really no risk. All right, so let's see where we're at. Oh my God, 47 questions. This is sick. 48. All right, I am on fire. Let's do it. Okay, does this interface well with page builders like Oxygen Builder? I am absolutely not familiar with Oxygen Builder, but all you need to be able to do is copy it to your clipboard and then paste it in and hit publish. So there's actually there's no integration necessary. There's no like installation. There's actually, I could go to the web page and there's a whole bunch of things that there's nothing. You don't have to like give us your Google Analytics account or your Google Search Console. You don't need to know Java. There's no JavaScript to install. It's like the whole thing is we just pull the information and give you the recommendations and you copy and paste. All right, hopefully that answers your question. Does it require a threshold of site visits or existing traffic? That's a fantastic question. It does not. That said, you probably want to have like 30 pages or something of content, and you probably want to have some, you want to be ranking in Google on some keywords. So if you want to check that, go to SpyFu.com and type in your domain. And if you have like, I don't know, 300-400 keywords that you're ranking on, then it's going to work out fantastically for you. And then if you know that you have, and if you've got like, and there's a thing there called top pages. If you've got like 10 pages in there at least, then everything's going to be great. Does this work better for informational terms versus commercial terms? It doesn't matter. It works great for everything. I don't think that there's any difference in the way that the keywords work. Now, if you're thinking about that from the perspective of commercial terms being like, I want to buy a Keurig. Well, most likely buying a Keurig is going to take you to an e-commerce site where there's products, and those and the whole commerce experience is optimized for conversion. And we generally try to avoid making recommendations for you about on pages where their purpose is to convert, right? So hopefully that makes sense, right? Like I'm not like going to try to optimize your homepage, or I'm not going to try to optimize your product page. things that RivalFlow doesn't work great for would be like a charity site where you're describing what your charity is. Well, I mean, I'm not going to change what you say it is, right? That would be not a good choice. What do you do if your site does not rank in Google's top 100? My domain is not being recognized. You need to rank in the top 100. No, I can't do anything. I don't think. So you kind of need to have some traction. There is nothing that I can think of that you can do in that case. You just need a bigger website. Sorry for saying that. Does it require existing content, or can you analyze competitors and get suggestions without your own content? Nope, it requires existing content. So the cool thing is it's super easy to put up content. Like the whole workflow of like content marketing is shifted. It used to be that there was so much effort and time that you would spend in planning and architecting and like choosing the right keywords and so on. Dude, now you can, if you don't have content, like generating content, pretty darn good articles with AI, with GPT, there's a million different like tools for this, right? They're kind of a dime a dozen, but ChatGPT is pretty good. Jasper's good. Copy AI is good. I think you could just build. Even Surfer is good. I don't know. There's like a lot of places where you can generate articles that are pretty darn great. Once you've got those up there, that's when the challenge starts, because you could publish tomorrow 500 articles. You could publish in the next 2 hours 500 articles, right? And then what? Right? What are you going to do next? So that's where we meet you, right in the middle. Let's see. Mine shows looks like your URL provided generated no recommendations. That's unfortunate. Well, maybe you can tell us what that one is. It's probably, if you put in that domain into SpyFu, it's probably just a low content thing. Or what I mean by that is not very much stuff. So if you can post that, maybe directly message Cedra, we'll look into it. And if it's a bug or anything, I mean, honestly, guys, if you guys have any issues whatsoever, contact us and we'll take care of you in every way possible. Like all we want to do is make this thing the best product in the entire planet. Has it been tested on promotional emails or sales pages? Nope. Did you already mention what the implementation and use of RivalFlow would cost? It is $99 a month. It is less than that. I think like winds up being like $79 a month if you are if you do the like annual. And today, if you did the annual, it would wind up being $40. Geez, that's a pretty good deal. I don't know if we'll actually make a profit on that because of like you guys should do that one. What languages does it work with? We have tested it in Portuguese, Spanish, German. We have we don't have bilingual people on our staff for Portuguese and German, but we do Spanish, and maybe we've done that with French. Anyway, so it works with Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French, German, and am I missing any right now? I don't know. That's you can kind of figure that out by the drop-down list. I see that somebody has raised their hand. That's kind of cool. What does that do if I view that? I've never done that before. What happens when do they talk? I'm not gonna. Okay. Hi, Cedra. Curious if you saw my last question. Cedra, okay. Can I drill down to smaller locations than a country? No. Okay, so the countries that you're seeing, those are regions those are like basically Google. So like Netherlands would be like google.nl. Oh yeah, Dutch. We do Dutch. Right? So like google.com is the US. Google.it is Italy. So that I don't think that there is nothing that is like lower granularity than country in that scheme. Let's see. This is amazing and very thoughtful. You are awesome. Does this only work if your site has a minimum visitor threshold? Yeah, I've answered that. So it's kind of like based on, yeah, a little bit, but not like, you have to have some organic footprint to start with. That's kind of like, yeah. Thank you for this tool. We've been a huge advocate for SpyFu for years, and it's a complete game changer. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We appreciate you being an advocate as well. Thanks. I'm trying it now, but my country is not included in the list. Oh, so I choose Singapore as a country. Is that fine? What is your country? We're gonna add more countries. Like, oh, guys, we have like 17 countries at SpyFu, but we could add all of them. We just have to make the drop down list work. I swear, like there's we literally just haven't done the drop down list, made the drop down list like not a drop, because you can't have like 800 countries. Sorry, there's not 800 countries, but you can't have like 90 countries in a drop down list. It just would look bad. So that's the only reason. Any integrations with SpyFu? Well, it does pull over the competitors from the SpyFu account. That's actually exactly what it does. Yeah, RivalFlow is largely powered by SpyFu, so it's a pretty tight integration. But as you can see, what we do is we try to keep it real simple, in the sense that, you know, SpyFu is all about data and making decisions and being able to like play around. Whereas RivalFlow is about actually kind of removing that that noise. Like the part about RivalFlow that's amazing is how you can kind of like just flow, right? Like you don't actually have to get outside your head. You can just sort of interact with it emotionally. You can, as a writer, just be in writing mode. You don't have to like switch to like numbers mode. You just do, and you get through things and you keep going. And there's not like, it does all the thinking for you. So I think that we'll probably, I'll tell you this, I know that we're going to have like a feature that's coming extraordinarily soon, come before the end of the year, where we are able to where you're able to like put in the page that you actually want to work on right now. Now, I'll give you one hack, okay? So one like launch day life hack. If you want to like choose the page that you want to work on, the way that you can do that now, and I mean, probably everyone here is going to be mad at me. I don't really know. Because I think it might put load on our system or something. We'll find out. What you can do, I can close my, what you can do is you go into, oh man, look at all this annotate. I gotta get rid of it. I actually use this annotate stuff all day because we use Zoom. But when right now I'm on like 2 monitors so that I can be looking at things, and it's very disorienting that way. Okay, so if we're looking at, this is Canva, right? So what we could do is go into campaign settings, and we can set our filter right here. So what you can do if you wanted to just like focus specifically on a blog or something is you would just put in like /blog, or you can do paths or subdomains. You can also just like put in the page that you want to focus on, and then you just regenerate, and it'll give you that page. If it's not showing up and you want to work on it, that's how you can do it, which is fine. You guys can use it like that, and in the very short term, in the very near term, we'll wind up solving that. We'll create a whole nother interface that allows you to choose your own destiny. So anyway, I wanted to show you that like quick life hack. Let's see. Let me get back to my slide thing. And where's my Q&A? There it is. Okay. How will this work for content or product pages versus blog pages? It works for product pages and obviously works best for pages that have, like, what we look for is stuff that has I want to call it like article-y content, like, it's got like paragraphs and stuff like that. If what we wind up pulling down, if you like kind of look at the page and it's just a list of products, and like it's like product name and like price, well, there's not like anything we're going to do with that. But frequently enough, there's some editorial content that goes around product pages, not in the direct conversion area of like of commerce sites. I'll be honest, commerce sites are some of the more difficult sites for us to do, but I do have several of them that that we ran through yesterday. It's like all I did yesterday was run through big commerce sites because they tend to make it like hard for us to get the content from them. They tend to like not want people to pull the stuff down. So we sometimes get like errors, like we couldn't get it. It's like it says 429 or something. So that's why we were running through it, but it'll optimize that content. I'd say that like if you have to choose between doing a blog and a product page, yeah, do a blog. But I think it'll work for a wide variety of things. I don't have a lifetime deal. I'm not sure. We might consider it at some point, but like it would be a different product. Like we'd have to be to a particular audience. You getting an error? It looks like this URL provided. Oh, generated no. Yeah, it might be because you don't have. Uses both GPT 3.5 and 4. Any plans for more languages? I'm in Denmark. You forgot us, both in SpyFu and now this. Okay, we'll get you. We'll get Denmark. It's no problem. We'll get Denmark. I think we already have it. We just, again, it's the drop down list. Oh, hey Mark, can our URLs be specific versus a domain? Yep, I showed you how to do that. And you could do, if you just wanted to do a path, you can absolutely do a path. It's like, in fact, you can do that directly from the wizard, right? There's this step in the wizard that looks like, here, let's do that. So I'm going to add a website here, right? So it says you can also get specific. So right here, if you wanted to, I could just do like, I mean, spyfu.com/blog would work for us, I'll just generate that so you can see it works and that everything that comes down is the blog. Yeah, so here, if you guys were asking, here's what we have in terms of countries, and sorry for the Denmark thing. We have a few, yeah, it's all about, see how like it would be weird if that thing just kept going forever. We have to figure out the user experience there. I know that that's been conquered before. So here we go. I'm gonna run that and it'll finish. Did someone say 50% off? I sure did. How do you get the discount? Which one do you want? How to get to the offers? The offers are, you don't actually need to do anything to get the offer for the 3 free sites, or sorry, the 2 free sites. You just go and sign up. Sign up for the 14-day trial of the starter plan, or honestly, I recommend the starter plan. And how would the cost work if I added 100 sites? That's a great question. I will, Robert, let's just talk about that. I will, my email is mike@spyfu.com. And Cedric, can you drop him my Calendly? You guys can drop my Calendly in here. Okay. Actually, I'll just drop my Calendly in the chat for everyone. Okay. It's https:/calendly.com/mrspy. So if you're looking for like agency account stuff, or if you're looking to do you in particular, Robert, just do a calendar, like reach out to me there, like set up a book a slot. Christ, I don't know how to say the words. Just book a slot. And also anybody else, if you just want to like talk to me about RivalFlow, I'm happy to do that. I'd love to get feedback, like, and if you tell me what you want to talk about, I can bring other people on. We're actually very actively interested in knowing how you guys, how it's working for you. Like, if you guys sign up, like we're doing like at least 2 conversations with customers, because the thing about product launch is that you put a lot of effort into it, and you think and you think and you talk to customers, potential customers, but at the end of the day, you're wrong about something, and you don't know what you're wrong about. And the fastest way to figure out what you're wrong about is to talk to customers. I mean, you guys probably know this. I'm just speaking to the world. So the pricing is per website. It's per website. So it's so most people that have a website, they tend to have one. Unlike SpyFu, you're doing like research on a whole bunch of different everything's your competitors. In this case, you're focused on your one website. Or if you're an agency, you've got a bunch of customers. So yeah, you put in your one website, you pay for your website. If you have 2 websites and you pay more, you pay basically $49 for the second site. I am confused about the pricing part. If I purchase an annual pro license, is that only for single website use, or can I work on numerous websites? That is for that's for a single website. If you have multiple websites and you have particular, concern, one way that you could do it is what we want you to do is have multiple websites, right? So that's the way to do it. But hypothetically, you can swap them out. I don't really want you swapping them out. Just contact me and let me know what your concerns are or anything or whatever. But the pricing is $100 or $99 for your first site, and then $49 for additional sites. But today, if you sign up, you'll wind up getting 3. So it's like, take advantage of the launch day bug. Because that will get patched like pretty much tomorrow. So can the site be swapped out for another? Sure can. Can I use this? In fact, we really want you guys to be successful, and that's why even right now with what we call the intro, the credit card list free trial, you can go in there, and if your first site doesn't work, you can create another site, and you can just ultimately what we want to do is get you to a point where you're successful. We want you to have a successful first run. And if you have any problems, contact our support. It's not like one of those live chat things where you wait like 4 hours. They're literally people that are on it. Like right now, I can see them with my face, and there's like 3 of them on there. Okay, so it's like, you're going to talk to somebody instantly. Let's see, will there ever be an issue of duplicate content? Well, no, I mean, I don't know. There shouldn't be any duplicate. The duplicate content would be, on your site. Well, there is a hypothetical possibility that you wouldn't be producing duplicate content, because we don't generate duplicate content or anything. But it's really common for people to kind of like cannibalize their own content, right? So like you'll rank on several keywords that are very related to each other with different pages. It's not the same thing. That's not duplicate content. It's cannibalization. And so I was just kind of thinking down that path, and that's why I question myself. It does seem like at some point we might want to help everyone with content cannibalization. It seems like that would be a good recommendation. Maybe something we could do for our, in the future with RivalFlow. Let's see. Is it true, Mark? Let's see. Mark Knowles. Is it true if a site has very thin content, this tool won't perform well or won't perform at all? Yeah, you gotta have a starting place. Basically, we it's not going to work well if you don't already have something to rank on. And you know, the reality is, Mark, is I don't really think that those would be our best. That wouldn't be our best customer typically, right? Because the investment isn't there already in the site. So, you know, that's kind of like, that's okay though. You know, we'll we might approach those people before that. They're good candidates for SpyFu. The example you've shown seemed like a great solution for reactive changes to a website. Could you give an example of how you'd use RivalFlow in a proactive way? Okay, yeah, like I know what you mean. So you're trying to work on a particular piece of content. And that is, so you know that you're trying to achieve something. So what we wanted to do is get this kind of like continuous workflow. Like I wanted you to be able to come to the site and not have to think, not have to make a decision about what am I going to work on, because we're giving you the best things to work on. In fact, we'll sort of motivate you with these things because they're annoying potentially, you know, right? So that's kind of the idea, is that you want to come here and you want to engage and you want to invite people in. But to your point, 100% our very next feature is that'll be released before the end of the year is to be able to like put in the page that you want to work on, and then we'll give you, and what we'll do is we'll give you some recommended competitors for that page. You could choose them. We'll obviously say that this is the one that we think you should target, and then you choose that, and then yeah, that's the way the proactive thing will work. Now, if you want to do the proactive thing right now, what you would do is that use that like life hack that I gave you, where you was it right here, right? You go into campaign settings, and look at that. I'm in yeah, you don't have access to campaign settings until you actually create a the 14-day free trial. It's just one of those things that's blocked off, and I'm looking at a free trial right now. So let's see. So that'll be coming soon. One more thing that I wanted to tell you guys that's coming soon is for agencies, because this is going to be really good for oh, that's generating. A second. Yeah, here we were, right? Yeah. So as like a sales tool, right? Like what you want to be able to give your customer is, I think, and I totally want to get your guys' feedback, but I think what you want to be able to do is have a PDF of the top layer of this stuff, where it shows you the 39 questions or whatever, or like maybe the top N questions that your competitor that outranks you answered that you didn't, and then the ones that they answered more thoroughly, but not like the actual, nothing they can take action on, not this part, because that's your secret sauce, right? But you can show them this sort of motivating thing. Hey, you know, these guys, they're eating your, they're drinking your milkshake. Here's a PDF. You want us to take action on it, and of course, you know, like we talked about, like that emotion, that kick in the stomach that you're then immediately resolving, right? See, the thing about it is that at SpyFu, we have the data to show people that there's this pain point, right? And we've been able to show that to people for our entire, you know, like existence. Like here's the people that are outranking you. Here, you just got surpassed. But to cause people pain without offering a solution, what are we? What are we, animals? So now you can provide them with a solution, and you can be their you can be that guy, that person. So does it work for subpage sites, for example, franchise? Yes, that is exactly how you'd want to do that. And so you can do that right from the wizard. This is mcdonalds.com/Dallas. That's Randy. I should probably call out people's names as I'm doing these. Larry Kramer is the per month price of the 3 levels per site cost, or does the elite allow multiple sites or projects so an agency can service multiple clients? So the way that the so that's not the way that it is currently structured. Look, In terms of like the agency structure, the way that it's currently structured is you just buy, as many websites as you need. I think that we're 100% flexible on how we actually are going to approach that pricing scheme. Like, you notice that we don't even have like a buy multiple websites on the pricing page. It's because we don't really know exactly how that's going to work out. We have costs, right? There's OpenAI costs, and they're not insignificant. They're meaningful. And so we have to figure out how to do that pricing. And so if you are, I highly recommend that if you're interested in that, hit us up one way or another. You can just directly book a Calendly with me right now if you want to. Yeah, that's Larry. And somebody here, Tasha says, I like Writer. I don't know what that Writer is, but if it's a writing tool, you can use it alongside RivalFlow. If you want to use it to generate content, that's probably what it does. I'm pretty sure that's what Writer does. Probably does a good job of generating long form articles. Let's see. I'm fairly certain that it doesn't, that like literally guys, I've been waiting for somebody to beat us to first mover status. We have first mover status. I need you guys to be my army of like word of mouth. Like, just tell everybody that you can about RivalFlow, because we have the history of my life is that everybody's going to copy me. So just help us with that first mover advantage. Like we need to get the word out that RivalFlow equals improve existing content with AI. That is what we do. Tell everyone you know. Invite them. What if this is from Scott? Can you please show how to add additional users to the account? I'm unable to find that setting. I totally hear you. It is it's like we didn't push it. It's like the one feature that we didn't add. It's going to go under team settings. It'll go right here. Look, it'll go right here. It's not there yet. It'll be there probably by Monday, maybe tonight. Who knows? We just didn't push it because we didn't want to somehow maybe break the site. So one of the developers it's currently in Jira. We're working on it. It'll come out soon. So you can't do it yet, but I'm kind of honored that you actually want to add somebody. Let's see. What if everyone using this tool to outrank each other? Will we have an infinite loop of people competing against each other? Well, we're not at that scale yet. Right now, there are like pretty much 700 possible users in existence out of like a lot of users in the world. So that I guess could happen. I certainly wouldn't worry about it right now. That's like the kind of, like that could happen though. It's hypothetically possible at some scale of network, but I think that if everyone's using it, I mean, I think you don't need to worry about that. Let's see. Daniel Ricardo, Google seems to be switching two pages clearly about two different sectors: construction recruitment and engineering recruitment. One is ranked 35th, the other doesn't at all. The next month they swap. Only 50% of the content are the same. No AI content. Google seems to be de-indexing a lot of content that's just fairly similar. Right. Well, look, so I get you. Like, I don't necessarily think that doing like a content rewriter strategy doesn't seem like a great idea. That's not what we're doing. We're not like taking your entire article and like or rewriting your competitor's article. That's a thing that people do. It's called a rewriter tool. If you introduce enough volatility or whatever into it might work fine. In our case, we're taking the little bits that your competitor is doing better than you, and we're giving you those prompts. Now, if you use our GPT generated stuff, it is guaranteed to not be the same as theirs. We won't return it to you if it's the same as theirs. We check it to be sure that there's no plagiarism. It's like, right? Like, it's not very hard to do plagiarism detection when you know like both the sources. So we know that it's not like that. And there's a lot of ways that you could introduce, like you can just write the stuff yourself. There's a lot of ways. I mean, ultimately what we're doing here is finding the gaps in the content and giving you the opportunity to answer the questions, filling in your content, making it more robust, making it more thorough, making it more helpful to the user. I don't think that's going to get you in trouble. Can it suggest pages that I don't have yet, but that I need to improve topical authority? It does not do that yet, but you could use like SpyFu to do that. It'd be a great use. It's kind of our bread and butter there. When is white label version arriving? Right. So I would love to hear what type of white labeling you want. Okay, because I am super down with doing some white labeling. The question is, there's like the thing that I was talking about, like the PDF thing, where we would basically produce this report, that you can give to your clients. If that's the kind of white labeling you're looking for, very soon, probably before the beginning of the year. Maybe even before December. It depends on how much production issues that we have, right? Like ultimately when you launch something new, there might be things that break, and ultimately that can saturate our dev team. But honestly, like producing the PDF thing could come pretty quickly. If that's what you're looking to do, that'll happen really fast. If you want to do some kind of a white labeling thing where you have an existing user base and you like, hit me up. Let's talk about like what your particular thing is. Just use my Calendly there. I'd love to hear from you. That was for Frederick Walquist. Can you target specific competitive websites for specific topics or keywords to beat a strategic competitor? Yeah, totally. I mean, can you target a specific competitor for a specific keyword? Actually, let me know exactly how you want to do that. Like it's like, first of all, let's say that I am Blue Yeti, the microphone, since that's what I'm talking on. Oh, strike that. Apparently that's not a thing. What is it? I don't know. What are those things called? Okay. I'm not going to do Blue Yeti. I'm going to do Yeti. Okay. So if I'm these guys and I want to focus on specifically Hydro Flask, then I can focus specifically on Hydro Flask. And then if I wanted to do that and I wanted to focus on a particular area, right? I can focus on a particular area. Like, so those are the kind of two things that you can do. We don't like give you the ability to put in a keyword, but if you know what content is ranking, then you could, pretty much make the system do what you want. How do I get the annual deals? I'm not seeing the option when signing up. Yeah. The annual deals, you need to just jump onto live chat. You see the live chat little guy right here. This is what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. You need to purchase first. Just purchase the annual. And then anytime in the next it's not going to charge you anything today. It charges you $0. It'll charge you something in 14 days. But anytime in between now and 14 days from now, just get on live chat and tell them that you want the half off thing that you bought on launch day and you want the half off. Does the monthly price allow for multiple domains? It gives you the 3 for free. So yeah, I mean that's Timothy Rogers. It gives you the 3 for free today and today only. The monthly does. How often can I change the website URL? You can do that. That's Gareth. You can do that. Currently, you can do it. I don't think there's any limits. We will probably make their limit of something like 5 per month or something, because there's some cost to us every time that happens. Like, might cost us like possibly like 75 cents or 50 cents or something like that. It's not huge, but it costs something. So we can't have it be infinite. As Google updates its ranking requirements, will this update with it pretty quickly? Yeah, I mean, obviously the thing adapts. Like, and we're so we actually pull in the new rankings every 15 seconds. It's just like huge data collection, constantly pulling that stuff. Michelle Dumas. I'm confused about how to get the launch day offer. I'm seeing the regular pricing, not the launch pricing. Okay, so the launch pricing is the way you get that is you go to if you're looking for the annual price, you buy the annual and then you reach out to live chat. If you for the other one, you basically get 3 websites instead of 1. Normally, when you sign up for like the starter, you're gonna get 1 website. Today, you get 3 websites. So you just buy the normal 99. Ted R, when I go to check out on the annual, it still shows $79 per month. That's what it should show. That's fine. Ted, you're gonna because I just audibled that thing, if that makes sense. Like, I was writing my slides and I was like, you know what, let's do this thing with these annuals and that'll work out, and I'll just tell Danielle and Amanda and Jeff and everybody will just take care of it. So that's how that works. I sometimes do that because I'm I'm crazy. I'm a wild card. They're
saying that you don't have to reach live chat, they'll do it automatically.
Oh, there you go. So how about that? They're gonna just do it automatically. You guys sign up that way, and if you sign up for an annual, they're just gonna do the discount for you. So you can just operators are standing by. Will this, man, we're up to 96 Q&As. This is amazing. Will this work for e-commerce sites? It's a product page, or is it mostly blogs? No, I mean, it'll work for product pages, right? So it just depends on the amount of content there and whether or not you want that content to be modified, right? So if the content that it's suggesting, but I mean, I've seen really good results. Actually, we've had this question a few times, so why don't we have a look, if I can, at here. I think I'll just show you some I mean, by the way, Yeti and Hydro Flask, those are both commerce sites, right? Like, you're gonna buy stuff there. I'm gonna generate some stuff on those, but I'm also gonna go in here to honestly, I'm doing this live. I've never looked at Staples. I generated it because I wanted to be terrible. And you see, Amazon does try to block our collection. So this is what I was trying to solve last night and get rid of it. And so occasionally when you're running against Amazon, you'll get that. But why do you even care about that as a competitor? You shouldn't put Amazon as your competitor. It's just not like the appropriate choice. It's always going to outrank everybody and you're never going to win. But anyway, let's look at this one, Best Buy, where we've got these 2 things. I have no idea what this is going to work out to, but what are the benefits of using a laptop? What are the related categories to laptops? Okay, so, if you've got a list of laptops and you want to rank on the keyword laptops or notebooks or whatever, having a thing here where it says laptops offer a range of benefits probably works, because the competitor Best Buy that's outranking you has all this content where they're talking about in today's world, being able to take your work with you is essential. That's why you need a laptop. It's kind of weird, you know, but whatever. Like, yeah, it's a little strange, but that's what you got to do, I guess, right? If you want your page to be authoritative, that's what you do. So yeah, it works for commerce sites. I I really want to hear from some people that are using it for commerce sites, because I want to make it work even better, or I want to understand the use case more. Because I kind of think that that I maybe don't. I think it works, but I want to know if I'm missing anything. Okay. Larissa, what is the best way to chat through some specific results I'm seeing in my test account? So you can hop on live chat, or if you want to, you can chat in the window here with Cedra, or you can you can hop on. You can book a calendar slot with my Calendly that's in the entire group chat thing there, and I'd love to hear from you. If I wind up being fully booked, then I will find somebody and some other way to get you get somebody to talk to you. Like, I think Aaron would love to talk to you. Jeff, there's like plenty of people here that want to get the type of feedback that you want to give, and we'll find a slot. It's like why we are here. You know, there's no other reason for us to exist at this time after launching than to find out what we are doing well and what we're not. What are the premium features? It's telling you premium features because you are so like the main premium feature is like the ability to generate more things, because like you can actually generate pretty much the fully functional stuff, like, but 3 of them. So if you want to generate more than 3 things, that's your main feature. If you're talking about what the difference is between like the starter and the pro and like the elite, those are in the pricing grid, and there's a bunch of those little things that are coming soon. Like custom is coming soon, right? Like there's a bunch of things that are like, oh, we're so close, but we needed to get launched before. We can't launch after Thanksgiving, guys. Like we have to get our launch out in this window. All right, so let's see. We got Randy. Oh, that I already answered Randy. Drew, what? So on the pricing, so on the current pricing page, those prices are just for one website. So if I'm an agency, I need to buy a separate account for each client site. That is, you don't need a. Yes, you need to get an add-on website. So what happens is that you get in here and you just do add a website, and then it'll just when you get to the wizard, it'll tell you that's going to cost you $49. Reach out to me, you know, if you have an agency plan. I want to know your concerns. It's possible that that you might want to generate, let's say, you know, with like our pricing has something to do with the number of these reports that you're going to generate, right? Of these projects you're going to generate. So it's possible that we can make some kind of a custom plan for you. Like you're brand new. We don't really know what everybody needs and how they want to use this thing yet. So if there's any question on pricing and how that stuff is structured, reach out to me directly. You know, we'll get you taken care of. All right, let's see. We got I'm gonna butcher your name, Pratik. Hoping I didn't. Can we access RivalFlow inside SpyFu who already pay SpyFu monthly? You know, it's funny because like this is I launch a lot of things inside of SpyFu, right? Like and when we had this concept, it was like, should we launch this in SpyFu or not? And the reason that we chose to launch it outside of SpyFu is that it's sufficiently different, and the way that the patterns that people will use it are different. Like just as an example, it doesn't make sense for us to allow people to have like to let SpyFu users have like unlimited team members for free, right? Because it's like a research project. It also kind of but with RivalFlow, that makes all the sense in the world, right? We want you to use it, we want you to be successful with it, etc. And the other thing is that it's close enough to SpyFu, but far enough away that it needed a different, we need to differentiate the brand. Anyway, there's, if you're an existing SpyFu customer, yeah, you can't access it inside, but we'll probably do like, we'll definitely have cross promotions and stuff like that. So, and there'll be bundles. We just don't have them implemented just yet. But look for that in the near future. We'll make a promotion to you, or just pop over here and you know, talk to us. Gareth, again, can it monitor my entire website and alert me when it finds suggestions? Heck yes. Are you kidding? That is the way, man. Like, the coolest part about this is that it's you know, it's kind of like, it's motivating, right? It's gonna be like, hey, something bad happened. Here's the solution. here's the highest opportunity thing for you to work on right now. Let's see, man, this is sweet. We still have 127 people on and 99 questions. And I believe that when it says 99 questions, 99 plus, it means like we've maxed out the number of integers, you guys. We have a buffer overflow on our Q&A. This is sick. All right, let's do this. I don't know which one I'm on. Okay. Oh, I could like dismiss these. Is this applicable for a real estate website? 100%. My sister, who be still on here or was on here at some point, is a mortgage broker. Brightsidemortgage.net for those of you who need a mortgage and are in Arizona, Washington, or California, I believe. She's the best loan officer and loan broker that I know. She's amazing. Anyway, she's a customer. Yeah, it works great. Loving the Scott Buckland, loving the product. Thanks. I don't see a way to update the list of competitors after I've started. Great question. That is like in QA. It's like one of those bugs or one of those features that we just didn't push yet. You can do it. You'll be able to do it like probably by tomorrow, maybe by Monday. It's like, it's one of those. Got to launch on. We can't launch on Fridays, man. We can't launch on Mondays. We got to launch on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It's a rule of marketing. By the way, we have a product hunt launch coming up on November 7th. We also have we're also going to be at Brighton in San Diego. We like got the booth. I swear we probably got the last booth there at the last possible minute, because we're like, oh dude, we're launching like 10 days before Brighton. This is going to be sick. So we hope to see you there. We'll give you live demo. We'll do all the things. We give you live demo. All right. So Joe Candela, how do I get the discount 50% off for 2 to 3 sites? The discount is, it will pretty much, it's only available today. You get that 50% off by signing up for an annual, and it will automatically be applied to your site, but it'll automatically be applied to your account like by our team. Everyone's just watching as these things come in and adjusting your price. It's like, I could have made a promo code, but I just kind of decided at the last minute, just before this thing. It's I've been up for 28 hours at this point, so 29. Yeah. Hold on. I haven't touched my coffee in a little while. My Octo coffee, my Octo shot. I can get through every one of these. Is there an affiliate program? I love the question. Here's the deal with the affiliate program. Hit me up, because yes, there is an affiliate program, but affiliate programs can be like real fraudulent, and obviously you're not a fraudulent. That's why but if I'm gonna probably not make the affiliate program public, right? What we'll do is we'll find affiliates and we'll reach out to them and we'll be like, hey, do you want to be affiliate? So totally, like, help us out. I would love it, and we'll get you on there. That's for Mr. Hidden last name knowledge. just geez, how you guys, you know my email, right? Mike@spyfu.com. Is that not like the thing that's on the page right now? No, it's not. Hold on, let me just get that up here. So Mike@spyfu.com, at Mr. Spy. Oh, I'm Sporktopus on Reddit. That's not a great way to contact a person, but you can find me on LinkedIn. You know, I'm really, really findable. Or you can just like come onto live chat and be like, I demand to speak with Mike. 50-50 chance that they'll take that seriously. How do you get the discount? Okay, so we talked about this. One way of getting the discount is to get the monthly discount. You go on to you just buy it, because the monthly discount is you just get 3 for free. The annual, though, you buy it and then it automatically gets applied by the manual process that happens on our back end. So it's kind of automatic, but like by people. Let's see. Do we need multiple website access costs for multiple country websites that we have? Okay, yeah. Yes, you do. So it's like basically a website is a website plus a so like we detect, like, so if you're like there's like a company so like for SpyFu, like SpyFu.com like ranks on a bunch of keywords on like SpyFu google.co.uk and you know google.ca, bunch of basically English language versions of Google, but our primary one is google.com, right? Now if we had like a which I guess we do, spyfu.co.uk, and we wanted to make that domain rank in google.co.uk, then you'd want to have multiple versions of that. You may also specifically care about how your .com ranks in .ca and .au, and in that case, yeah, you create a separate website. That is correct. Okay, that was Ed and Ken. Thank you, Mike. Sounds cool. I have to drop, but I'll give it a try. Right on, Ken. Thank you. Is this just recommending FAQ? No, absolutely not. The way that we, that's a great question though, because it's kind of a common misconception. We're presenting the things as questions because it makes it easier for you to produce the content, right? We want to make this thing as easy for customers to use, as broadly as possible. So when you give somebody a question and have them write the answer to it, it's like the best, it's like the like easiest life hack that there is, right? Just answer this question, as opposed to write an article about this topic. So much easier just to answer the question. So that's why we present the things in that way. I definitely don't recommend just copying these and pasting them as FAQs at the bottom of the page. I don't think that'll do the same thing. I mean, I don't necessarily think that'd do harm or anything, but that's not the point. So add copy / article to ranking page. I don't, that's from John Mayer. I don't know what that means. Add copy / article to ranking page. I don't know what that means. Thanks, John Cooley. Robert Messinger. Can we change the websites in our package? Sign up, client A and B. I lose client A. Yes, absolutely. Totally. You can definitely do that. In fact, like, so let me show you how to delete a website, because we don't have all features implemented at launch, but we have that one. All right. So look, you go into account. Sorry, not there. You go into campaign settings, and you can hit delete campaign. I'll just delete this campaign. I'm crazy like that. I'm just gonna delete. Look at that, and it's gone. See, it went away. So that's how you do it, and then you can add it again, right? So let's see what happened. Oh no, that's okay. Oh, hey Mark. Can we cancel one website and add a different one? Yes. Yep. If you have annual, can you change the website during the year? I love that you guys are using it. You must be running into these edges already, right? If you have annual, can you change the website during the year? Yep, 100%. You can change it basically as often as you want. And if we do the launch day bug deal at the lifetime price, we'll also get 3 sites. Yes, but there's not a. Yeah, I get what you mean. It is a lifetime price. Yes, you'll get 3. Yes. Signed up. Awesome. Thanks, Ski. Looking forward to the offer. Yep. Awesome. And oh yeah. I see what you're doing there, Mark. Yeah, that makes sense. Why no email? Oh, are you saying that you signed up and we didn't send you an email? I'm thinking that's what you're saying. Yeah, it'll be implemented soon. I think you can see your receipt on the receipt page. We do send like there's like again like in our Jira there's like 20 things that didn't quite make it, but they'll be out very soon, and the receipt email happens to be one of those. Pricing seems very high for small studios and agencies like myself. I manage dozens of sites using multiple SEO tools, including SpyFu, for years. $50 to $99 per domain per month is high in my opinion. If it were prices similar to SpyFu setup, it would be easier to sell to our clients. Like, yeah, let me know what you mean by that specifically, Timothy. Obviously we can't do like an all you can eat. You know, we're dealing with doing quite a bit of there's quite a bit of cost, right? Like SpyFu incrementally doesn't cost anything for us to have another customer, you know. So you can use SpyFu all you want. There's really no meaningful additional cost to us. But here we're using, we're using GPT, so we have costs every time we generate one of these reports for you. There's we run hundreds of thousands of tokens. It has a decent cost, but there's not really a good way for us to offer it to those price. But I do think that you will easily be exceeding the value you're creating, and I know for sure that we will be providing like excess value to you. Like, I know that you'll be able to. I'm pretty comfortable that when you take this to your clients, that they're going to get intense amounts of value from it. But reach out to me. We'll see what we can figure out. Okay. How do you avoid keyword cannibalization when you're trying to rank for multiple keywords? So yeah, here's what happens. The keyword cannibalization thing, right? Like, when we build a piece of content, we have an idea of what we want to target. Like, you're targeting a thing, right? I want to rank on, I want to rank on SEO reports or something, keyword tool. Like, I would love to rank on those keywords, and I do rank on those keywords, but I don't necessarily rank first on those keywords. Oftentimes I'll rank Google keyword planner tool or something. I was trying to rank on keyword tool, but I wound up ranking on, something else, right? I don't really rank anywhere great on the primary keyword that I'm targeting, but by riding the wave of what you are ranking on and maximizing that, it sort of lifts the tide for all of your sort of other keywords, right? And so if you continually improve those articles, first of all, you'll build site-wide authority, and you'll increase your likelihood of being able to rank on those sort of flagship keywords that you're targeting. But I mean, the idea is that nowadays you can just generate more content pretty easily. Like, building new pieces of content is pretty straightforward. So what I think is, you put something out there, you have whatever intent you have to rank on, and then Google decides what it thinks that you're authoritative on, and then we help you maximize sort of the we're helping you surf that wave. Like, we're helping you ride the wave of what Google is giving you, as opposed to trying to swim against it. And in the process of doing that, you know, I'm actually pretty convinced that that you'll actually start ranking on the keywords that you're targeting. It's just that you know, when you're targeting something, sometimes it doesn't work the way that you wanted it to. So I don't think you need to worry about keyword cannibalization. I think that the keyword cannibalization thing might be like more of a symptom of trying to target words that you're not like really writing. That said, more content that you have, the more likely you are to have some keyword cannibalization. You can use SpyFu to help you solve that. There's a lot of ways, a lot of processes to sort of combine your existing content into like a mega piece of content, or to do like rel canonicalization or whatever. There's technical things. We're just not doing that with RivalFlow. RivalFlow is about making it real easy to just kind of like increase your ranks on the content without, you know, without respect to that stuff. But, you know, the cannibalization thing might be something that we do, presuming that we make it straightforward. Let's see. How do you avoid check the content on the upgrade page, custom plan box? Is there a custom plan? Is hold on. Maybe I'll look at it live. That's from Sean. Somebody should look at that. I'm gonna do it. Let's see. What do you do? Just go to like pricing. Where the heck is the upgrade button? I've never even seen it. Account settings, billing, upgrade. Cool. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where the custom box is. We need to have one though. Can I exit the program while it's generating? Yes. And then come back later? Absolutely. Yep. In fact, that's.
We see what they saw.
What's that?
It says enterprise something something.
Where?
I will send it to you.
That's awesome. Apparently it says enterprise something something. Okay. Can I exit the program while it's generating? Oh yeah, we did that one. Can you make a RivalFlow plus SpyFu deal that I can pitch to my C-suite? Of course, absolutely. Just hit me up. I mean, I'll make you a deal. I don't know what if you need multiple domains or not. If you don't, you know. Is there some data from your this is from Conrad. Is there some data from your initial testing / results that I can use for executive presentation for consideration of this tool? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like the easiest play, I don't okay, that's a good question. That's a great question. We actually need to provide that Cedra. Do you see Conrad Marcelo's question? Like we just basically need some of those
Yes, I see it.
Google Search Console, like actual, like the full thing or whatever. We have them on the homepage, you know. In case that works for everyone, those are our screenshots, but we can provide you with something that is. I feel like we should like share our page, like we should share our Google Search Console or something like that. Obviously, we'll soon have like case studies from like real people, but don't have that yet. When I go here is where we have those screenshots, right? So these are just the samples that we randomly pulled. It's like our first 4 that we did. So you can use those screenshots. I will stand behind that and swear an oath that those are true. Some kind of whatever. I just signed up and got my CC got charged $5. Oh yeah. Yeah. So what happens is that you do get offed. It's an auth. It It isn't charging you. It's just making sure that that you have a functional card. So if we were to do like 1 cent or $1, what happens is that the credit card, network, it doesn't do anything with those. It actually just automatically returns true, because it costs more for it to, so it would like basically cost the system more to just be wrong. It costs it less to be wrong is basically the idea. So it's just like, yeah, whatever. If you want to offer $1 or a penny, then so we just basically want to make sure that what you're giving us is a real credit card, and so we have to do it for $5. That's the way it works. Does this work with yes, it works well with knowledge base articles. Absolutely, it would work perfectly with knowledge base articles, provided that the knowledge base isn't like, here's how you operate this piece of software and comparing to somebody else's piece of software. Then it wouldn't work. But that kind of content it would work great on. That said, I mean, if that's, you got to make sure that you're intentionally ranking for that kind of content as well. Tasha, yes, and helps with blog sectioning. I don't know what the context of that is. Oh, I think that maybe, okay. Donna, is it because I'm not in the 14-day trial? I'm trying to generate a second one and I'm not in the trial yet. Yes, but not necessarily, because you actually should be able to generate a second thing inside the credit card list free trial. So, and it depends. You should be able to do that. You should be able to do it inside the credit card list free trial still. I think that there's 3 that you can do there. So if you're having that issue, feel free to hop on live chat. Scott Buckland, FYI, I can add a path to the paths feature in action stream, but it doesn't stick. Oh, well, that's no good. It doesn't. All right, that's cool. That's that. If that's a bug, let me see. I need to write that down. I'm gonna hold on, man. If I don't just screenshot your thing there, I will lose it. But we'll get it fixed. Muy rapido.
It sounds like Dev picked up on that and logged a ticket for the bug.
Oh, the ticket's already been logged, Scott. Sorry about that. But there we go. Keys, can I purchase RivalFlow with a European credit card, as I attempted to subscribe to SpyFu, but couldn't due to European credit cards not being accepted? Yeah, you should be able to. I was not aware that we were not allowing European credit cards. I do think that you should be able to, but if you were not able to use your credit card on SpyFu for some reason, the likelihood that you would not be able to, you probably wouldn't be able to use it on RivalFlow either, because we use the same infrastructure. There's a product called privacy.com. It is free. You can connect it to a bank account and it'll generate Visa cards for you. You can use that. Let's see. Is there a way to select what keywords it analyzes? For example, I'm not trying to optimize for local search and it's looking at near me keywords. No. Not. That's a really interesting use case though. We don't have the ability to do that right now, but I will I'm gonna take a screenshot of your thing there, because that's an interesting, there's no reason that we wouldn't be able to give you a filter to filter out keywords that you don't want, as opposed to selecting the ones that you do. We could do either way. Yeah, we could do that. I'll add it here. I see that you had the option on the right to change Google. Does that mean you could do the same thing for Bing and Yahoo? It is possible that we could do it for Bing and Yahoo. Yes. Does Yahoo does Yahoo exist? Sorry, Mark. I don't know if Yahoo. I think that Yahoo isn't Yahoo Bing? Anyway, that must be what you're talking about. We could, if you. I mean, I don't. I don't really have that content, but it's possible. Yahoo itself is, but I believe they use Bing, don't they?
Oh, gotcha.
How do you add team members? It's just not there yet. It'll be there soon. I know that it's being worked on. If I analyze a German website, I get English content suggestions to paste in. Is that how it's intended to work? No. It isn't. It is I spoke too soon when I said that that was deployed. It is it was in QA yesterday, and I thought it had gone out. But we because it was in QA yesterday and it impacts like all the things, we didn't deploy it. So all of the stuff that I was saying about the languages supported right now, the product only supports English. By Monday, it'll support all of the languages that I mentioned. I forgot that was how that was. When I say that it doesn't support them, what I mean is that it probably doesn't. Actually, ChatGPT sometimes just does. It's like, oh, like, in fact, it does a pretty good job with French for no reason. For no reason, it just randomly just works fine for French most of the time, but like not Spanish or Portuguese or German or just French. With niche content, this is from Ryan. The suggested items in the stream can seem quite unspecific to the content that you'd expect most people to be looking for, what you're driving them to that page for. Competitors are all very familiar and working with the same audience. Is the tool really going to help gain ranking positions by tweaking this unspecific content? I don't know if I know enough about, like, I think I haven't seen a case where it isn't. I can't imagine what you're talking about. Actually, I would just need some more details. Any issues with Canada sites? Absolutely not. They work perfectly. Unless they're French language Canadian sites, and then they would maybe have problems. But not forever, just until probably Monday or something. I am loaded. This is from Chris. I loaded a client and then a competitor, but none of the recommendations cover the page/keyword I want to review. So how do I target it for a page or keyword? Yeah. So you go to if you're targeting a specific page, you're going to go to, what was it? Campaign settings. And yeah, okay, so you got to go to campaign settings, but I'm again using this the wrong one. So you go to campaign settings and you go to the action stream filter and you put in the path or the subdomain. What are you doing? You're trying to get a specific page. Oh, in this case, if you want to do a specific page, you would put the whole URL there if you want to. And that'll get it done for you. And it sounds like some people wanted to target specific keywords. I hadn't really thought of that before we launched, but it seems like a logical choice. We will almost certainly add that in the reasonably near future. There's no reason we can't do that. Leland, would you feel comfortable with saying how the generated content will be sorted and proper? How often have you had to proofread or rewrite the GPT generated content? Is proofreading recommended? Okay, so generally the content that comes out is solid. The exceptions are when you have branded keywords. Like, okay, so like if you're trying to compare up, like if I were to try to compare like SpyFu to like SEMrush or something, and I like looked at one of their pages, even if it's like something like an editorial page, it fairly frequently will say something like SEMrush is amazing for this particular something, right? And so the question winds up being, why is SEMrush amazing? And I'm like not going to put that into my content, or whatever. You see what I mean? So like that is something we can probably solve. It's just something we haven't solved yet. We could solve it at some scale, right? Like detecting brands and removing brands from recommendations is definitely something we can do, but it's just not a priority. So when you see that kind of thing, or if you know you're dealing with that kind of content, then you just want to pay attention there. Dave Sue, my apologies as I came in late to the webinar. Did you compare contrast this to Surfer SEO's content editor? If so, I'll just watch the recorded webinar. If you haven't, can you comment on this? Sure. So here's the deal with Surfer, is that Surfer is very focused on keyword frequency optimization. The idea is to find a bunch of keywords that are kind of like LSI keywords. And I mean, it's a cool tool, like, right? Like they make all kinds of good recommendations, but when it comes to that particular part of it that you're talking about, the content editor doesn't make these kind of recommendations. Nobody does. Nobody makes these kind of recommendations where we're actually looking at the content and evaluating what it actually is doing, what questions it's answering, and what questions that that you're not, right? It's nobody's doing that. It's actually that, interestingly, that comparison of documents happens to be the part of the whole thing that is our most broad patent. We can actually like freaking IBM on one side and like Xerox on the other side. It's this really amazingly cool broad patent that has to do with document indexing, comparing documents by figuring out what questions they answer and what questions they partially answer, and so on. So it is not something that they've done. It's actually a novel means. I couldn't find any way of doing this when I was trying to figure out how to do it with GPT. So I'm really comfortable that nobody's doing it. Wouldn't surprise me if somehow somebody did do it eventually, but at this time at launch, nobody has yet do that. Clarification to my question about comparing with Surfer SEO, I'm referring to the content creation portion. Oh, so RivalFlow is not focused on content creation. RivalFlow is focused on content improvement. So it's all we're all 100% about improving existing content with AI. That is like that's our position, right? And so to the extent that you're using any other product to do content generation, we work perfectly hand in hand with them. If you're actually using content writing, like if you're using a content writing tool that you like, you mentioned that they like Writer, somebody likes Copy.ai, Jasper, all these tools we can work with, and of course in the long run, ChatGPT, not in the long run, ChatGPT, but like in the long run, I'm thinking like Microsoft Word, Google Docs. These will probably be places where people generate content. Notion currently is, Slack, right? So we're all about improving that existing content once it's first published, because the idea is publish it, right? Publish early and often. And as soon as you get traction on anything, then we're going to pick that up and we're going to start helping you to maximize that page. How do you delete a domain? Tim, how do you delete a domain? You go into campaign settings and you go to overview and you hit delete campaign, just like this. Can you see my screen? So go to campaign settings, overview, delete domain. Pricing idea, maybe charge per batch of tokens. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That's like so what like we could do sort of cost plus pricing. Alignment is important, you know, but this when tools have like these things where you're like you have a certain number of whatever and it's like that thing just keeps going down, you know, like Ahrefs, you know, and I think SEMrush have these things at the top where it's like, okay, you can only do, you know, look at you know, a certain number, then it's going down, it's constantly going down. It's like, I want you to use the tool, right? Like, but I get what you're saying. So from like an agency perspective, though, that makes a whole lot of sense, right? Like, it makes sense to me that that you would want to have some kind of combination pricing, like something where you're paying by something to have the account, to have the website, and all that stuff, and then, you know, across all of your campaigns, you maybe want to have a block of, you know, several hundred or thousands or whatever of the projects that you can generate, like the actual writing recommendations. So yeah, I get what you mean. Totally makes sense. And if you are interested in doing that, you know, we kind of want to have like easy, transparent pricing for people when, and make it like a sort of an easy flow state to like interact with the consumer side of the product. But if you're looking to do some agency stuff on that, let me know and we'll figure something out. We'll figure out what makes sense. All we got to do is find alignment on it. Ted, I can see a competitor doing something similar to this tool, but allowing us to use our OpenAI keys, which would, in theory, lower the cost of the tool. Would you consider a plan where we can bring our own API keys? Maybe. If you really think that it would lower the price, I don't know that it would, you know, I don't think that it'll, you know, I'm not sure that these things kind of cost actually a decent amount to generate. It might lower it. I'm happy to be transparent with you. Let's see. It sounds the hidden knowledge. It sounds like this would work great for local websites and outranking competitors in the niche. Yep, absolutely. It does work fantastically for the local competitors, the local websites. It's pretty awesome. Othi Morris, I can't find out how to add an extra user. Right. We haven't deployed it yet. It'll go out in the next day or two. I know that that was like at the top of our list, and it just didn't quite get completed by launch. So it'll go real soon though. In the meantime, if you want to share this stuff with your colleagues, what you can do is the share button. That is that you can share broadly. So you could just come over here, hit the share button, paste that in your local, you know, Slack or wherever, whoever you're, you know, paste it in an email. Nobody has to have an account. They can just see it, you know. Tim, thanks, Mike. I love the potential. An odd thing, doing some tests on the results, it shows me theirs versus ours, and the suggested copy is always putting the competitor's business or our product name in the suggested copy instead of ours. Yeah, that's absolutely. Wait, I think what you're saying is what I understand. Keep in mind, I have been awake now for 29 hours or something. Is it? Am I increasing exponentially in terms of my? Yeah. I started out at 26, and now I've been on the call for 2 hours, and it's now 29. Yeah, yeah. So Tim, I think I understand that what you have is the branded issue that we are talking about. So I think what that is that we just, like I said, when you see when you run something with a product, it's gonna kind of like so I was using the example of SpyFu and SEMrush, and if we're comparing two articles, and we're comparing our article at SpyFu to SEMrush's, SEMrush is going to be like, yeah, backlinks, and SEMrush is amazing at backlinks, and so then what's going to happen is that RivalFlow is going to say, why is SEMrush amazing at backlinks, and then it's going to recommend to us that we say why SEMrush is amazing at backlinks. Whereas in reality, what we should say is like, why is SpyFu amazing at backlinks, right? So it's gonna do that with branded things, because technically, I mean, truthfully, that is the question that they are answering that you're not. Why is that your competitor's brand really good at whatever the heck they're doing or whatever? But yeah, it's kind of awkward. You definitely want to paste that in. So we gotta figure out what we want to do with that actually, because we wouldn't just want to like replace it. That wouldn't necessarily be good. Will this be updated to include information on what to change meta tags to? No, but maybe. I mean, like, so it would be like an add-on kind of thing if we wanted to make some complexity. Yeah, I mean, that's you'd have to tell me what you envision there. I'd be curious. If you're talking about like a rel canonical, or are you talking about like meta descriptions or something? I'm not quite sure. Yes, we saw that in suggested copy, and it did use the competitor's name. Easy to substitute your company. Okay, cool, got it. Timothy makes sense. Yep, cool. Yep, got it. Awesome. Yep. And title tags. I see. That totally makes sense. Makes sense for us to help you with. It makes sense for us to eventually help you with precise placement, and like title tags and H1 tags. Yeah, I get it. And meta descriptions. Yeah, I could see us doing that for sure. I might be at the bottom of the list.
I think you are.
Pretty sweet, huh? Thanks for all the Q&A, guys. Thanks for also sticking around. We have 70 people still in here. And Carlos, you raised your hand. I don't know what happens if I click on that. I mean, I honestly, can I like do something with that? Like let you in or something? What happens?
I think it's just to get your attention.
Is that what it does? Okay. Anybody else? Oh, sweet. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, you got one last one. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, wait, where is it? Oh no, guys. Thanks for being so engaged. This is super. I don't think I've ever had 80 minutes. What are we at? I mean, honestly, like maybe an hour and an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes of Q&A. That's pretty sick, you guys. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. I hope you love it. Reach out to us. We will support you in every way. Come see us at Brighton. Support us on our launch as it goes. We'll return the favor in every way that we possibly can. No, I got the last one. Mine was the last question. Just purchased right on. I had to miss some of the QA. How do we open that? how do we get the open day discount? Okay, so to get the discount, Dan, you just go buy it. It'll happen automatically when you buy the monthly one. When you buy the annual one, it gives you the 50% off discount plus the two extra websites. And what happens there is it it charges you $0 a day. The our support team like sets the price to the right price and the half off price, and then 14 days from now you get charged the half off price. So that's all you got to do. SpyFu has bought you a lot of clout with me so far. I love what you guys are doing. Oh, thanks so much, Conrad. We appreciate you too, and I'm glad that that works that way. That's kind of something we sort of bank on is being able to borrow that trust that we built over 17-ish years. Anything else? Anybody want to have one last go? All right. I think I might go have a beer, you guys. I think it might be time. All right. I'm going to end this. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, you guys. We really appreciate you, and see you on the other side.